Welcome back, guys, to Trails to Azure, where last episode, having caught up with the Imperial Liberation Front terrorists attempting to take them in as they mocked the CPD, battle ensued, managing to beat them back only for a remotely controlled CGF armored vehicle to cut us off as the troops made their escape using this distraction. After destroying the vehicle, we continued our chase, hearing sounds of warfare ahead, and found our targets to have been mowed down by the Red Constellation, with only one survivor, with the Calvardian terrorists collared by Hayway Trading at the same time, as both governments' plans came to fruition, making Crossbell look weak in their response. However, the West Samuria Trade Conference ended with one final declaration by Dieter for Crossbell to be recognized as an independent state, as Chapter 2 came to an end. In the 2 weeks after the West Samuria Trade Conference, Crossbell City was consumed by a quiet enthusiasm. Other states such as Le Mans, Ored, and Northumbria were recognized by the Holy City of Arteria as retaining sovereignty equal to that of nations. Crossbell, however, had only been granted the autonomy to act as a buffer zone by and between the Empire and the Republic. Additionally, 10% of all state revenue was relinquished to the Empire and the Republic in the form of mandate fees. Crossbell's massive growth as an economic hub, and on the other extreme, its fragile political foundation allowed for its unique set of circumstances. The state had long been vulnerable to foreign tampering, the rise of criminal organizations, and other complications. As a result, many citizens became sympathetic to Mayor Crois's proposition of independence as the cure to Crossbell's systemic issues. Numerous others, however, feared potential retaliation from the two major powers, and so debates over the pros and cons of Crossbell independence grew more feverish by the day. It's no use. It's been almost half a month since what happened, yet I still can't... Woof. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to drag the mood down. Hey, Zeit. You were the head of a pack once. What should a leader do at a time like this? Randy, Ellie, even Noelle seems to have a lot on their mind. Honestly, these group guys need counseling. And I know it's been hard on Kia too, seeing us like this. Woof. Woof. Come again? Sorry, Zeit. Maybe I'm just being restless. At times like this, it is best not to overthink. Simply speak your mind and act as your body wills. That was his advice. Tio. What a pleasant breeze. We're lucky the weather is so cooperative today. It isn't often we have a day off. Yeah, that's true. Then again, getting invited on this trip out of the blue by Mariabell only made me overthink even more. Did you think she was laying some kind of trap for you? Even now you seem unable to escape her crosshairs. I can't say the thought didn't cross my mind. Sorry, Tio. You've only been back for a couple of weeks, and already you're seeing me at my most pathetic. No need to apologize. You witnessed a multitude of deaths with your very own eyes. The weight of that would have shaken just about anyone. Maybe, but as a detective, I should have been prepared to encounter this sort of thing. After what we went through with Yochim, I thought I'd become accustomed to almost anything. But it looks like I'm far from it, both as a detective and as a leader. Being prepared for something and being accustomed to it are two very different things, don't you think? Were that not the case, I would be far more prepared for death myself. After all, I'm perhaps the one most accustomed to it among us, second only to Randy. I guess so. However, that doesn't change the fact that you are by far more suited to your role as detective. I can guarantee I would not have the tenacity to act as a leader either. I believe everyone's expectations of you are different from what you think they are. Tio. You're right. You're absolutely right. I mistook my shock over what we witnessed as proof that I didn't have the guts to handle it. Then let it go. What better time than now while we're on vacation? Wouldn't a proper leader make sure everyone had a good time, himself included? You've got me there. Thank you, Tio. I should probably go check in on the rest of the team. Yes, I think that would be a good idea. But, my bad. Sorry for treating you like a child. I just wanted to express my gratitude is all. No, you misunderstand. It was more that Huh? Never mind. Did you not just say you were going to check in on the others? Right. On it. Good goddess. Oh, thanks for giving us an actual thing. Hey, Zai, I'm not taking this lip from you. Go with. He said, what a troublesome leader, or something among those lines. I guess I won't be getting his vote for head of the pack. He is a fool of a man, and he should try being more considerate. We're also mixed in there somewhere. Are you sure you're not being liberal with that interpretation? I have no idea what you mean. I get the feeling Zyde is looking forward to this vacation too. Moving on, we should take this opportunity to enjoy a much-needed break. When we came here for the auction, there was hardly enough time to enjoy what Mishelam has to offer. We're going to Mishelam. I mean, yes, we're on the boat, but that's okay. Yeah, this is my first time visiting for pleasure rather than business. And when you say what it has to offer, what you really mean is the theme part, don't you? I will not deny it. Mishelam Wonderland, otherwise known as MWL to the already enlightened. Soon, Mishi and I will be together at last. By the way, Tio, do you happen to still remember that promise we made? During the cold incident, we agreed that we'd enjoy a day at the theme park together once things settled. How could I ever forget? Our first trip can be with everybody, but afterward, it has to just be us. In a sense, this particular occasion qualifies as completing phase 1 of our arrangement. Not the way I put it, but I guess you're right. Next time, it'll be just the two of us. We'll make sure of it. I look forward to that. So it does seem like all of the events we did in Zero did carry over in the end for us having the achievements, right? Seems so. I will teach you everything I know about Mishi once we arrive at the park, Lloyd. Until then, I suggest you pass the time by speaking with the others. Was that promise made at some other time and I'm wrong? Well, we're going to Mishelam Wonderland. Sorry, I'm just doing something to check here. What is this? Chapter 3? We're in an intermission. Okay. All the locals in the city kept going on and on about that independence thing or whatever. We're not from around here, so we don't really get it, but it sounds like it's kind of a big deal. It's supposed to be a big deal, yeah. Oh, forget about that. Look at that guy sitting in front. He's a real cutie, yeah. What do you think? Should we ask him out? Are you okay with sharing? With me? Hey there, Lloyd. Looks like you're back to your usual self. More or less. How about you, Wuzzy? You seem to be holding up okay. As cool and collected as ever, I'd say. Well, I do have an image to keep up, and it's not as if I've never seen senseless death before, once upon a time. That was prior to my coming to Crossbell, though. Oh, I see. Wait, I don't think I've ever heard you talk about your past, Wuzzy. I pieced together that you weren't born in Crossbell, but I consider it a trade secret. But that's right, I came from rather humble beginnings. The downtown district is practically heaven compared to the dregs I grew up in. Wow, that's saying a lot. Sully from Arkansas mentioned coming from a similar slumdog background. Right, she's from Northumbria, isn't she? It's not a pretty place to be. It's people barely scrape by living off the money their Jaegers make taking foreign contracts. That lines up with what I've heard. Wait, have you been there before, Wuzzy? Sounded like it just now. Hey, I wonder. Maybe cool and collected wasn't the right deduction to make. You aren't half as quippy as usual. Did something happen? Not to me especially. I think the Saber Vipers are having a rough go of things, though. The Saber Vipers? Has something happened to Wold and the others? I can't help but be a little concerned since I left them all to their lonesome. However will they get by down there without my mysterious bad boy charms and cool ravishing wiles? Goddess forbid. But you do raise a good point. I've been concerned about Wold. We should swing by Ignis sometime soon to see how he's doing. Thanks, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for the follow there, laddie. Welcome. It's been a long time since I've been a Mishelam for a little R&R. Well, not counting my duties as a host. I'm looking forward to grabbing a drink at the restaurant there. Care to join me, leader? What I care about is abiding by the law. Off duty or not, I can't let underage drinking slide, you know. Come on now, no need to be so uptight. Let loose a little. This has nothing to do with how uptight I am or... Wait, you know what I mean. Let loose a little and look the other way for once. How about I train you in the ways the host in return? Lake Elm wouldn't be the only thing you end up swimming in on this trip. Oh my god. You're not going to buy me off that easily. Maybe I'm just dirty-minded. I don't know what was he was getting at, but... Crossbell is very horny now in this game for some reason. So I think that just tilts our head that way. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Found me yesterday on YouTube. Hello. Welcome there. Thank you for coming by the stream. Oh, Lloyd. Were you up on the deck? Yeah, I felt like getting some fresh air. I'm not interrupting, am I? Well, we were just talking about what happened at the trade conference and about Mayor Crois's proposal. You mean about Crossbell becoming an independent state? Right, it's a hard topic to ignore, especially when you're on the inside looking out. I never would have imagined that Uncle Deirdre was considering something so brazen. I know what you mean. It's not the sort of thing you can just have a passing opinion over. The Guardian Force's future hinges on what might happen next. That's a good point. The Empire and the Republic weren't joking when they said they wanted to scale back the CGF. They already proposed having their soldiers stationed at Belgard and Tangram to make up for it. That they did. As far as exploiting Crossbell for more wealth is concerned, the two major powers are almost certainly colluding with one another. When it comes down to it, they'll each look for an opportunity to annex Crossbell for themselves. I can't help but think that all of this is just a setup for that exact scenario. I hate to say it, but I agree. And again, maybe the mayor's proposal was him trying to get ahead of the game. If Crossbell gains independence, it'd mean more funding for the CGF. We could have armaments that, as of now, are only accessible by the major powers. Not just standard combat weapons and armored cars, but also tanks and military airships that could prevent potential foreign invasions. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm a little ashamed of how excited I am about that idea. Just think, though, if you were to have an army that could possibly defend against what is surrounding you, you'd have to have so much army per capita to be able to actually defend so much weapons, so many emplacements to defend this little land. Yikes. I mean, it's like the British and the Navy had in the early 1900s or 2000s. I don't know where you go in the years. But we had to have, like, what was it, a standing navy that was bigger than the next two nations combined when we were, like, the big military power and all that empire and all that. It's just kind of ridiculous to think of some place so small having that kind of army. That kind of military hardware. So I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm a little ashamed of how excited I am about that idea. Well, keep in mind that we don't know how realistic Uncle Deirdre's proposal is yet. Erebonia and Calvard publicly dismissed it in almost no time at all. On the other hand, some states and countries were more receptive to the idea, like the Burl Remiferia and the holy city of Arteria. Honestly, the entire situation is frustratingly precarious. You can say that again. What do you think Mariabell's stance is? She did invite us here on the heels of it all. I still get the impression that she's far more concerned about the management side of the IBC than she is about politics. She doesn't seem to have involved herself with her father's proposal very much at all. Oh, is that right? I was actually hoping to use this as an opportunity to ask her about it directly. I understand where you're coming from. There are a lot of things I'd like to talk over with Belle too. Come on, you two. I know times are complicated right now, but don't you think that's all the more reason to enjoy this trip while we can? Oh. Consider this an opportunity. It's not every day we get to stay at the hotel in Mishelam, right? Not to mention we'll have a whole theme park to cut loose and have a good time at. I'm not saying we should forget everything that's happened, but I think this is a good chance for us to clear our heads. But how can we after what happened? We have to because of what happened. To be honest, they do need R&R? And counselling? As that trade conference, whatever the future holds in store for Crossbell is anyone's guess. The only thing we can say for sure is that our jobs are about to get a whole lot harder in the near future. It's exactly why we need this. To, you know, make memories. Oh. You idiot, Lloyd. You said a key phrase. But memories? But what do you mean by that? Huh? What are they getting so worked up over? Was that a little too on the cheesy side, maybe? Not exactly. Is he doing this on purpose, Ellie? No, he isn't. Believe me when I say that it comes to him naturally. Lloyd, when you say memories, are you referring to making them with someone in particular? Well, both of you at the same time. No, not really. I'm just grateful for the opportunity to take some time off with all of you. Though I do feel bad the Chief couldn't make it. Right, that's definitely something you would say. Yep. I just thought he'd fall further down the hole. Wait, what? Did I miss something when I walked into this conversation? I just figured I should say a few words to cheer you up. What with how down you seemed and... Well, I can't tell if you're doing this on purpose or if you're just that oblivious. Oh, that was so silly. It almost made me forget what I was even moping about. Sorry, I'll just show myself out. Oh, no need to pout, Lloyd. I should be the one apologizing. We shouldn't have read so much into it. Yeah, and besides, I agree with what you said, Lloyd. We're on vacation. It's our duty to enjoy it. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Mission accomplished, I guess? It's so nice to finally have a vacation. It'd be a shame to not enjoy it while we can. Belle mentioned going out of her way to prepare some surprises for us too. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to them. Surprises from Mariabell. That makes me kind of nervous, actually. What if she's arranging for the entirety of Mishelam's theft to welcome us in? I jump in the lake and swim back to town. But Belle can definitely be over the top at times, but she wouldn't go that far. Actually, now that I think about it, I wouldn't put anything past her. Let's just pray to Adios so that she doesn't do anything too crazy. That's not making me feel any better. I wonder just what Bella's planned for us on this getaway. She better not try to pull anything too crazy. I was just thinking, it's really a shame that Chief Sergei couldn't join us. I know he said to have fun without him, but I still feel kind of guilty about it. The Chief's a busy man, but I know what you mean. Maybe he wanted to save himself the embarrassment of giving us a window into his personal life. Now I'm even more bummed he isn't here. It's really a shame that the Chief couldn't join us. Then again, knowing him, he's probably enjoying some private time with a cigarette or two right about now. Probably just find him lazing out in the bar or something. Right, after Lloyd's natural lady killer ways. By the way, Lloyd is the type of person that just says I love you randomly, indiscriminately, but means it as a friendship thing, but doesn't really clarify. He is Mr. Dumb Brown Hair, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so you're the last one to speak to, Randy? Let's get rid of all the passengers. Well, let's talk to the passengers, not get rid of them. That sounds a bit sinister. The proposal for independence at the end of the trade conference truly shocked me. Wonder how serious Mayor Crois was about it all. Frankly, I'm rather intrigued to see how this pans out. Vacation in Crossbell's already a dream come true, but a trip to Mishelam Wonderland too? That's the cherry on top. Man, I can't wait. Me and my gal are gonna have the time of our lives. Personally, I'm more looking forward to visiting the upscale restaurant and boutique at the resort. My boyfriend and better be ready to spoil me all day. This looks like the same couple we did the quest for before. Hey, you're all going. My husband received a nice fat bonus when Orcus Tower was completed, so we planned a little family vacation. I was set on adding it to our nest egg, but he insisted on treating ourselves to some fun with it instead. And I'm glad I listened to him. Just look at how excited little Lima is about this. I love how he's still wearing the mine though. It's my identity. No one but Mayor Crois would be bold enough to propose Crossbell's independence, much less to the Empire and Republic's faces. It's a lot easier said than done, but I think it's a dream worth chasing. Mayor's on the verge of bringing our state to new heights, that much I'm sure of. Sorry about that, I'm here to have fun with my family, not get wrapped up in politics. How silly of me. I need to make sure Lima and Corona enjoy themselves to the fullest today. Look, Daddy, look! A fishy just jumped out. Welcome to the Mishelam cruise ship. You're Miss Crois's special guests, correct? We'll be arriving at the resort shortly. Until then, I hope you'll enjoy our peaceful journey along the waves. If you feel yourself getting seasick, I'd recommend going on deck and gazing at the distant scenery to distract yourself. Rest assured that if all else fails, we do have remedies for seasickness on board. Yeah, you sit in the middle, you try to not counteract the wave, and drink some milk. That'll sort it. Lie down in the middle. Sup, Lloyd? Sure was nice of Mariabell to invite us out like this, huh? We get to stay at a 5-star hotel and whoop it up at the theme park. It's going to be one hell of a blowout. I don't know if they meant to make it this way, but the cutout looks so done. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is so fake. Yeah. No, they meant it. Hey, Lloyd. I just want to clear something up between you and me. Huh? Those terrorists that got slaughtered. You're thinking the shock of my family doing something so heinous has got me down the mouth, right? Well... No, not quite. I think there's something else eating away at you, Randy. This doesn't have anything to do with your uncle and the others, does it? Damn. Am I that obvious? I once had a friend. Just a year younger than me. Had these big old puppy dog eyes. I think he was the first pal I ever made outside the Corps. And then, well, long story short, he was gone. After the dust settled, I left the Corps and just kept walking. No aim in sight. Eventually, I drifted into Crossbell, enlisted in the Guardian Force, and met all of you. But even after all that, I still never managed to run away from it all. From myself. How so? You heard what Uncle Sigmund said. The sight of all those terrorists bloody mutilated? It's nothing new to me. On the battlefield, a massacre like that is just another Tuesday. The reason I snapped back there, it wasn't out of some righteous sense of indignation. I wasn't angry at my uncle. Hell, I didn't even feel pity for those dead terrorists. It's just, I haven't changed a goddamn bit. Not even after 2 years. I was disgusted at myself. In the end, I'm a Jaeger right down to my core. So I lost it. Grabbed him by the collar, and then got my ass handed to me. Yeah. Honestly, it was pretty pathetic. I know, right? A badass like me getting kicked to the curb, right in front of the girls too. How am I ever gonna live that one? It doesn't matter. Actually, I'm kind of happy to hear this. Say what? The thing is, Randy, you're more put together than you give yourself credit for. I lean on you a lot, for everything. But this time, I got to lend you a shoulder instead. I'm glad you trusted me with this, even if all you needed was an ear. And it's not just me, you know? I'm sure the others would feel just the same. That aside, is that really how you think of yourself? You're just some bloodthirsty Jaeger deep down? Not in my eyes. You're a lot of things to me, but a heartless mercenary who cashes in on carnage for kicks isn't one of them. You're a frivolous nightlife dweller with a hair-trigger temper, but hot-headed as you may be, you stay cool when it matters most. You're like a big brother to all of us in the SSS, the guy we can look up to and rely on in our times of need. That's the Randy Orlando I know. One day about being a badass won't make us think any less of you, that I can guarantee. If anything, me, Ellie, and the others might actually prefer you that way. Okay, I get it already. Man, how'd I let my guard down? Even I'm starting to get wrapped up in your little tricks. That much of a smooth-talking Casanova, are you? Casanova? I don't know what you're implying, but did I really offend you that badly? Just busting your balls for making me feel stupid about getting depressed. Damn, I was just putting on a front earlier, but now I'm ready to take Mishelam on for real. There's only one thing to do. No, strike that. 2 things. Party at the theme park all night and... all day and pick up hotties all night. I skipped a bit. And you, my brother from another mother, are gonna join me. Right, whatever you say. Still, not sure how I did it, but glad I could cheer him up at least. Man, being gloomy really isn't my bag. I'm just gonna have to make the most of this and find my own fun in Mishelam. What do you say, Lloyd? Wanna come pick up some babes with me tonight? Only if you're fine with me leaving all the pickup artistry to you. Now, what kind of attitude is that? Waste of goddess-given talent, I tell you. When are you gonna grow out of this little brother shtick and put that baby face to work? What are you even talking about? Still, it's good to see he's back in form. Oh yeah, I gotta remember to pick out something nice while we're there. She did mention she's getting a promotion. I'd say that calls for a special little gift. Hello. Randy. With a special someone developing. Someone outside of the SSS that he's talking about. Traitor! Throw him off the boat! Get rid of that man! Right, as soon as we walk upwards, ding dong! Wait, you on the boat? Kia, there she is. She's probably been worried sick about us. Where were you hiding? I'll teach you everything you need to know about Mishi once we arrive at the park. Speak to the others in the meantime. Everything else is the same. These couches look so comfy. Well, these ones out here? I'm not sure about that. They obviously can't be made out of, like, anything comfy on the basis of rain, surely, and water spit gets on the ones up top. You mean those ones, don't you? Right, Kia, what are you doing? And where were you hiding? Hey, Kia, I was wondering where you went. Oh, Lloyd. So, how much longer do you think it'll be? Not too long now. I'm gonna love it there. There's even a theme park so we can play together all we want. Yeah. I'm sorry, Kia. We haven't been able to spend much time with you these past few days. You don't have to be sorry. I'm okay. I don't know why exactly, but I could tell everyone's been feeling sad back at home. I really wanted to cheer all of you up, but I don't think I've been doing a very good job. You're doing just fine. Having you by our side is more than enough, Kia. Where do you think we find the strength to keep soldiering on? From me? I wonder if that's really true. Sorry, I think I got confused just now. Oh, but everyone does look a lot happier now than they were before. You really are amazing, Lloyd. Ah, you think so? I don't really think I can take all the credit. Anyway, we'll be spending plenty of time together now, so let's relax and enjoy ourselves. You've been waiting forever to go to the theme park with us, huh? Sure have. I want to ride the Ferris wheel so bad. Oh, and me and Tio have to do that Kick Mishi thing together too. Kick Mishi? Is that what the kids are into these days? And isn't Tio getting a little too old for that sort of thing? Thank you, but I'm well aware of what is and isn't appropriate for my age. Tio, I mean, hi everyone. What's up, guys? Woof. Looks like we all happen to come up here at the same time. Fancy that? And just as we're about to make landfall too. Oh yeah, I guess we are. Can't let Mishi be abused. Wow! It's beautiful. And the weather's perfect. Today couldn't be better. Now you're talking. I'm getting pretty hyped. I was wondering where my Mishi was so I could kick it. Here we are. I take it Mariabell is waiting for us somewhere. Belle said she'd meet us at 9:30 sharp, so she should be here any second. There you all are. Wait, I know that voice. What the? Good morning, Noe and crew. Welcome to Mishelam. And an extra special good morning to you too, Kia. Good morning. Hey, it's Fran. What are you doing here? You didn't mention anything about going to Mishelam when I saw you yesterday. That's because it would have ruined the surprise, Noe. Besides, I'm not the only special guest who came along. We've been waiting for you. I see the gang's all here. Today's really shaping up to be a fun one. No way. That sounds like... Oh my goodness. Everyone's here. Whoa, mama. Hey, it's Cecile. And our Concierge too. Praise be to Adios for blessing us with this bounty of beauties. Actually, there's only one woman I know who could arrange for something like this. It was you, wasn't it, Belle? Guilty as charged. Mariabell, what's going on here? After inviting all of you, I thought it'd be more fun if I extended the offer to some of your closest friends as well. This will also serve as a little time off for our Concierge to recharge before the opening of their revival production next month. Hey there, kiddos. How's it going? It's so good to see you all again. How did I get dragged into this? This is certainly a surprise. Did you get time off from work for this, Cecile? I happened to take a personal day when Ilya called me out of the blue. So when I heard you and the others would be coming, I thought, why not? Now that is classy attire. I hope I'm not spoiling your fun today. Not at all. I'm glad you're here. Oh, hell to the yeah! Somebody pinched me because I must be dreaming. Cecile, Ilya, and a whole flock of babes all in one spot. Man, oh man, it's like I've died and gone to heaven. Brandy, volume down. I can hardly blame the man. Still, this is pretty surprising. Are we all staying at the same hotel? Indeed you are. I've had suites prepared for everyone on the 3rd floor. VIP guests only. Why don't I show you to them so you can drop off your luggage? After that, I'm taking you straight to Mishelam's hottest new attraction. New attraction? Aside from the theme park, you mean? I was pretty shocked when I heard about it too. You see, Mishelam recently opened up a new section to the public, and we've got it all to ourselves until noon. That's right, I want to make certain that each and every one of you enjoys it to the very fullest. Huh? Just what sort of place are you all talking about? It's a little slice of paradise that I commissioned specifically for our landlocked little state of Crossbell. Lake Elm's very own white sand getaway, Lakeside Beach. And so, we now see the screen. Intermission. A brief respite. A little bit of a rest. And to be honest, I guess if you're going to fit one in somewhere on this story, this is probably the only place you can do it, because after what's happened, you know everything's going to go crazy from then onwards. The last rest, you could call this. Maybe.